Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Last time when we left off, we had recruited Garrus, been through his talent tree, assigned his talent points, after rescuing a Dr. Chloe Michelle from some thugs that were apparently tied to Fist, who has turned on the Shadow Broker to side with Saren. So, a lot going on, but before we follow up on the Fist lead, we need to go back to our other initial lead. I'm going to head to the financial district of the Presidium and talk to Barlavan as a way of getting to the Shadow Broker. So, let's go ahead and talk to Dr. Michelle.
Yes, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Personal question.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Goodbye.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Alright. Off we go. View of Nebula. I got a codex entry. Citadel Station, Serpent Nebula. The Citadel is surrounded by a blue-tinted reflection nebula. The light of the nebula is actually light from the Citadel, scattered and reflected back at the station. At first, the Serpent Nebula was assumed to be made of microscopic construction debris. Prevailing theory holds that the Protheans used molecular nanotechnology to manufacture the incredibly durable materials used in the Citadel. But unlike other nebulae, the Serpent does not dissipate over time. Therefore, it must be replenished constantly. The current popular theory is that the non-recyclable waste collected by the Citadel's keepers is somehow rendered down to the atomic or molecular level and ejected into the cloud. The thick nebula presents a navigation hazard. Beyond the relatively clear areas around the Citadel, electrical discharges are common. These are not blocked by kinetic barriers and can severely damage metal-framed starships. In addition, some dense knots of dust can overwhelm the repulsion of kinetic barriers on smaller ships. If such a vessel is moving fast enough at the time, the effects are similar to being hit by a sand blaster. Attempting to reach the Citadel through open space navigation is unadvisable. The only safe approach is through the various mass relays that orbit it. Interesting. Alright. Let's make our way back to the Presidium. CSEC Academy. Med Clinic in CSEC, Market, Gorsden.
It's even bigger than it looks.
How are you now?
I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension from the inside out.
Really?
Took almost 6 hours and we only saw 1/10 of the ship. I even got to meet the commander.
Matriarch Ladanya. You met her?
Well, she addressed everyone on the tour, but I got pretty close to her.
Huh, just look at that ship. You'd have to be stupid to mess with that.
Very true. She's got almost as much firepower as the rest of the Asari fleet combined.
Hopefully, she'll never need to use it.
Okay. We got a codex entry. Starships, Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is the ultimate arbiter of space warfare. Millions of tons of metal, ceramic, and polymer dedicated to the projection of firepower against an enemy vessel of like ability. No sane commander would face a Dreadnought with anything less than another Dreadnought. A Dreadnought's power lies in the length of its main gun. Dreadnoughts range from 800 meters to 1 kilometer long, with a main gun of commensurate length. An 800-meter mass accelerator is capable of accelerating one 2-kilogram slug to a velocity of 283 kilometers per second every 2 seconds. Each slug has the kinetic energy of 38 kilotons of TNT, 3 times the energy released by the fission weapon that destroyed Hiroshima. When used to bombard planets, some of this kinetic energy is lost due to atmospheric re-entry friction. As a rule of thumb, each Earth atmosphere of air pressure saps approximately 20% of a projectile's impact energy. The Turian fleet presently has 37 dreadnoughts, the Asari 21, and the Solarians 16. Humanity has 6, with an additional hull under construction at Arcturus Station. Alliance battleships are named for mountains of Earth. Everest class, Everest, Fuji, Elbrus. Kilimanjaro class, Kilimanjaro, Taishan, Shasta, Aconcagua under construction. Neat. Welcome to the wards. More codex. Wards. The majority of the Citadel's population lives in the wards, the 5 massive arms of the station that house the residential and commercial districts. Many galactic races have established cultural enclaves here. Population density and cost of living are extremely high, akin to Earth cities such as Hong Kong and Singapore. The wards are open-topped, with skyscrapers rising from the superstructure. Towers are sealed against vacuum, as the breathable atmosphere envelope is only maintained to a height of about 7 meters. The atmosphere is contained by the centrifugal force of rotation and a membrane of dense, colorless sulfur hexafluoride gas, held in place by carefully managed mass effect fields. The view from the wards is spectacular. In the background, stars, Serpent Nebula, and the nearby blue giant called the Widow move across the sky as the station rotates to stabilize itself. In the foreground, the lights of buildings and vehicles on the opposing ward arms perpetually shine. The Citadel has no real day or night. While the station keeps to standard galactic time for political functions, businesses rarely close, and residents acclimate to sleep and work according to personal need rather than a day-night cycle. Additions and modifications are constantly being constructed, though they must stay within certain specifications that will not compromise the operation of the station. Occasionally, the Keepers will descend on an area of the wards and move or change the architecture without exploration. Residents have learned to live with these inexplicable intrusions. This was the way. This is where I first came in, isn't it? Yes, it is. To Presidium.
Your biotics are impressive, Lieutenant. I'm surprised that humans stopped using the L2 configuration with results like yours.
My headaches can be pretty bad, and I'm one of the lucky L2 implants. The L3s are safer.
Humanity will be judged by the sacrifices its people are willing to make, Lieutenant. The Turians would have kept the L2 implants.
I do like that we get our load times disguised a little bit with unique audio on these elevator rides. That's a fun trick.
Well, Garrus, any regrets about leaving Citadel security?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way, I'd say that beats CSEC.
Well, we don't lack for excitement, that's for sure.
To the wards, to the Citadel Tower, to the embassies and CSEC.
I told you before, you're not allowed in here. This one believes it has the right to move freely.
Heard that already. To the financial district.
Public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
Oh hey, it's Barlavon. Go figure.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. You were at Torfan, correct? You led the final assault against the enemy base, if memory serves.
Are you spying on me?
I don't like strangers keeping tabs on me.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barlavon. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I need information.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
Start talking.
I need that information. Now.
Threats don't work on me, Commander. This information is worth a small fortune. But this is an unusual situation, so I am going to let you have it for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business, until Saren turned on him.
What a shock.
Saren betrayed him. Imagine that.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
Wrex?
I think I know him. His name's Wrex.
Yes, I believe he's the one. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the C-Sec Academy.
Why is he there?
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Investigate. Personal questions.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Is this legal?
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I don't buy it.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
Investigate the Shadow Broker.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Who is he?
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
But you're his agent.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
The Citadel.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel space together in a single, strong community.
Tell me about the Presidium.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
Tell me about the wards.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Goodbye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Codex. Citadel Station, Presidium Ring. The ring is an enclosed loop of park-like space serving as the connection point for the wards. The interior walls are lined with the embassies of influential species and private residences for the galaxy's elite. The Presidium is full of open-air restaurants, bars, and luxurious meeting areas. Gravity is about 1/3 Earth normal. A holographic sky is projected over the ceiling of the ring. Unlike the 24/7 bustle of the wards, the Presidium maintains a 20-hour day schedule, with a 6-hour night where lights are dimmed and the sky goes through a night cycle. Offices and residences are often open to the interior. It is not unusual for embassies to have no exterior wall at all. This does not cause a crime problem due to the heavy CSEC presence and ubiquitous monitoring devices on the Presidium. Thieves are quickly identified and apprehended. The ring is the location of the Citadel's spaceports. Being closer to the center of spin, there is less motion for a ship to match, and the reduced spin gravity makes handling cargo easier. Hundreds of ships pass through the Citadel every day, and every species with an embassy is granted a private dock. The tower at the center of the ring holds the administration of the Citadel Council. The tower rises over 1 kilometer from the ring, appearing to thrust forward parallel to the ward arms. As the tower is at the center of the spin axis, it experiences little centrifugal force. Gravity is maintained using mass effect fields at a 90-degree angle to the ring and wards. A consular dock can be found at the base of the tower. While normally used for diplomatic couriers and Spectre business, the shuttles docked here can evacuate the Council government in an emergency. Credits. Creds. The standard credit was established by the Citadel's Unified Banking Act as the currency of interstellar trade. The credit has a managed floating exchange rate calculated in real time by the central bank to maintain the average value of all participating currencies. Some regional currencies are worth more than a credit, and some less. Hard currency can be stolen or counterfeited, so electronic fund transfers are the norm. More importantly, physical transactions cannot be easily tracked, making them ideal for tax evasion or the purchase of illegal goods. When the Alliance joined the Citadel, its various national treasuries were linked into the credit network. A human with a bank account of Mexican pesos, Japanese yen, or Indian rupees can purchase any item priced in credits at fair market value. All economies that participate in the credit network are required to price items in both local currency and credits. Okay. So we already met Wrex at Korra's Den. It is now time to head to the CSEC Academy. To the wards, to embassies and CSEC. Let's go directly to CSEC from here, if we can. Yes, to the CSEC Academy. Here we go, to the CSEC Academy. Perfect.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
And there's Wrex.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Wrex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
Fist is mine. You will. My name's Shepard.
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
I like that saying.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Wrex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Erdnot Wrex. Okay, so he's no tech, but he's got some biotic and some combat. I'm gonna keep Caden, just because I feel like I need him, even on the Citadel, for his, specifically for his ability to, I mean, he's my lock opener. So I'm going to take Caden, and I'm going to take Wrex.
Every time I visit the Citadel, C-Sec brings me here for a friendly chat. If C-Sec were better at its job, there'd be no need for bounty hunters like me. Every time I visit the Citadel, C-Sec brings me here for a friendly chat.
Nice to see so many humans working for C-Sec. Nice to see so many humans.
Alright, let's look at the squad again. So, he's a Krogan Battlemaster. Let's look at his stuff. Assault rifles, shotguns, combat armor, and fitness. Those all I know. I also know throw, and barrier, and stasis. I've seen those. But warp is new to me. Warp projects a powerful mass effect field that wreaks havoc on a subatomic level, weakens armor, and inflicts damage over time on enemies caught in the area of effect. Each point spent increases the duration of warp. Warp inflicts 6 damage to the target every second, and lowers the target's damage protection by 50%. See, that sounds awesome. Radius 4 meters, duration 7 seconds, recharge time 60 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Increases warp's duration to 8 seconds, increases warp's duration to 9 seconds, increases warp's duration to 10 seconds, increases warp's duration to 11 seconds, advanced warp, inflicts 8 damage per second and lowers the target's damage protection by 60%, radius 5 meters, duration 13 seconds, recharge time 50 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Unlock throw, increases warp's duration to 14 seconds. Actually, throw is new to me too. I was thinking of lift earlier, so we'll keep going with that. We'll read through that as well. Increases warp's duration to 15 seconds, increases warp's duration to 16 seconds, increases warp's duration to 17 seconds, increases warp's duration to 18 seconds. Master warp, inflicts 10 damage per second, lowers damage protection by 75%. Radius 6 meters, duration 20 seconds, recharge time 40 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Throw, required, warp 7 points. Throw, projects a mass effect field powerful enough to hurl objects and enemies caught in the area of effect out of the way. Each point spent increases the strength of throw, knocking targets farther and inflicting greater damage. So I'm going to make sure. Yeah, I've seen barrier and stasis. Oh, and I have seen throw. JK. Alright, so Krogan Battlemaster. Wrex is one of the last true Krogan Battlemasters, as they are a dying breed, for which the rest of the galaxy is grateful. Improves health regeneration, increases physics resistance, increases melee damage. Regenerates 3 health per second, increases melee damage by 50%, increases resistance to physics forces by 25%. Regenerates 3.5 health per second, increases melee damage by 75%, increases resistance to physics forces by 30%. Regenerates 4 health per second, increases melee damage by 100%, increases resistance to physics forces by 35%, regenerates 4.5 health per second, increases melee damage by 125%, increases resistance to physics forces by 40%, regenerates 5 health per second, increases melee damage by 150%, increases resistance to physics forces by 45%, regenerates 5.5 health per second, increases melee damage by 175%, increases resistance to physics forces by 50%. So I really like the sound of warp. So I'm going to dump as many points as I can into that. Advanced warp. Increases warp's effect, radius, duration, and allows it to be used more often. And then 5 others. I think I'm going to go into assault rifles. Gotta get them weapon skills. Shotguns unlocked. Okay, awesome. Now let's back it up and look at his gear. Yeah, that's fine. Storm 1, that's fine. Do I want a Kessler 1 or a Striker 1? I'll take a Striker 1 over a Kessler 1. Avenger 1 or a Reaper 1? I'll take the Reaper 1. Solaris Amp 1. Aldrin Labs. Okay, that's the same one I've seen. And let's look at armor. Heavy armor. Krogan heavy armor, so I need some talents in combat armor before I can equip that. But he's got a Mercenary 1 from Ariake Technologies. An Earth-based electronics concern, Ariake Tech is best known for their high-grade Omni tools. Recently, they have branched out to develop a line of high-grade armor with an enhanced ablative weave to provide extra protection. Alright. And there we have Wrex. So we have completed the Wrex mission. It's all done. Now we need to deal with Fist. And that is our one main mission. I am going to call that an episode. The single mission episodes are going pretty nicely so far, I have to say. So this has been Let's Play Mass Effect. Thank you so much for watching. We have recruited Wrex. We've completed that mission. Next, we are going to go deal with Fist back in Cora's Den. If you enjoyed the episode, I hope you'll like it and subscribe to the channel. If you want to discuss this or any of my content, the link to my Discord server is in the video description. And of course, this is my second Patreon-chosen game. If you're interested in choosing the next one, the link to support me on Patreon is also in the video description. Thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow with more Demon Souls. Bye-bye.